Hi guys, so this is another part of the hat where now that I done reshaped it, so we wind up changing the shape of the hat. So when you're making a hat, the crown distance and what you want. So if you guys notice, when I tried it on and I was trying to do the rounded hat, it took away from the height that I needed. So to be honest, it didn't look right. So I wind up changing the shape. So now what I'm doing is I am stiffen a hat. So to each his own. You know, some people might don't like their hat stiffened, but me, I want my hat stiff. I want it stiff. And like when I travel, you know, when I'm driving, I can pack my thing and, you know, bring my hats, but I don't like my hat bent. And then, so if I travel, I just got to pick one hat that kind of go with everything. And I kind of have it on my head the whole time to prevent it from getting, you know, smashed or smushed or however. So, but yeah, definitely. So, now I know this is going to kind of like throw a couple people off, but for the people like myself, believe in manifestation, you know that, you know, believe in spirits and stuff like that. So, I kind of show y'all a little bit, and like I told y'all, I was born kind of different. I was born with a veil over my face, so I used to see stuff. And I see a lot of stuff that I know that it's not like a real person, you know, the stuff that I experience. So, I know that. So, you know, I'm not afraid like I was. So my friend said, why don't you get a priest or something? And I was like, no, it's not to that point. I'm not feeling like I'm haunted by anything. No. I'm not afraid to that point. But sometimes, you know, when you know you're in a house by yourself and something happen, it can kind of alarm you. But once you check all the locks and stuff, you be like, ding dong. It's like a bell goes off that you know that, okay, what you just heard or whatever, it ain't that. So when my son passed, after the funeral, I had him cremated and I brought him back. I brought him home with me. Now, I don't do no summoning or calling no spirits. Now, I don't do none of that because I do believe when you do that, you invite all type of things in. But if y'all look at the video, the last video I posted, and as I'm doing the hat and spinning the hat and doing the things, the orbs and energy, and it was reflecting. So I know people say the TV, my TV is in standstill mode. So it'll go from picture to picture. But when you got a solid object, like, you know, light can reflect through this because it's, you know what I mean, but a solid object that's solid, you know what I mean, not something that's clear, like the light won't go from the TV through this side because this is solid. So the hat being, you know, solid. But if you guys notice, the orbs was on the opposite side. So my TV is facing here. And as I'm spinning the hat, the orbs is on this side. And as I'm doing a video or whatever, I'm doing it. And I've showed y'all how the drawers open up by itself and stuff like that. But it's not to the point where I'm kind of afraid. I would say one time I was laying in the bed. And I looked up and I sat up. And I looked. And it was a man walking in my closet. And I'm like, so the first thing I do, I get up and I call my sweetie. I was like, sweetie. So the first thing I kind of do to make sure that I'm having a real encounter or a spiritual encounter, because this happened to me a lot, I look downstairs and I look and I have, the door got a lock, but I also have another type of, you know, they put the poles on the door. So the first things I do, I look for that. And then the windows is kind of got the sensors and all that type of stuff on, as well as alarm. So I know that none of the windows will be broken or whatever, because I got a design that is breaking glass. You know, it'll set off the alarm thing. So none of that stuff be happening. So I was like, baby. And he was like, what? I said, I just seen the man go in the closet. He said, man go in your closet. And I said, yeah. He said, get the gun. And I said, I don't want to get the gun. He said, get the gun. I'm on the phone with you and going. I said, no. I said, kind of looked like Candyman. And he fell out laughing. And he said, that's what your ass get for watching that kind of shit. And he's like, go in there, look. I said, no, babe, I'm not going to go in there, look, because I know what I just saw wasn't real. You know, I said, so all of the stuff in the house is locked. So I know it's not a real person that then got in here. And then furthermore, dogs too. So this spirit got past Gino. But if it's a real person in this house, that's another thing I like about having an animal. If it's a sit down, babe. Sit, 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 sit. Sit down, baby. Sit. This, you want to smell this? Sit. If it's a real person, Gino gonna go nuts. Ain't no way nobody, like even when the maintenance people and people come in here, Gino do not give them peace. He give hell the whole time they in here, you know. And I let him do that because I don't like him to get comfortable with people. So anybody like, fuck that. You don't supposed to be in here. So he goes off. Like even with my son, he's not used to seeing him all the time. Gino will go off, you know, and after so long, he'll calm down because he know that that's not somebody that be here all the time. My sweetie here, he's kind of like, okay, this somebody used to be in here. So he don't too much snap out like that. But I be telling people, so some of my friends come down, they was like, oh, do you smoke cigarettes? And I was like, no. And they was like, who smokes cigarettes? I said, my mama. And they said, your mama? I said, yeah. And they was like, I thought you said your mama's deceased. I said, yeah. But she let me know when she here, when she smoked the cigarettes. So my mama's cigarettes is real loud. So I kind of asked her, mama, please, you could stay, but put the cigarettes out because it's choking me. I already got severe allergies. And then to smell that cigarette smoke, it gets down in my throat and I be coughing. I'm like, mama, please, 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 you could stay, but put the cigarettes out. So now I don't know the difference when she here or D'Angelo here because she didn't kill the cigarette smoke. So one of them was here today. So no, I'm not afraid of it. It's just when it's other, and I don't know who that man was. Yeah. Could have been my daddy or something. I don't know. I wasn't really that close with him. You know, but or I just think could have been my baby daddy. Because he had on a leather coat. And I don't know, maybe too, I just watched, you know, I watched Candyman and stuff. I watched and the jacket he kind of had on. He kind of had on that leather jacket and kind of had a short cut. And when I looked up, he kind of looked at me. And I looked at him. And he went in the closet. So, stuff like that be happening. Then, like, Gino got this. So, y'all hear that? So, I wake up and Gino have seizures. Sit, 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 babe. Don't get by these chemicals. Sit down. Stay. I can't hold you. So I woke up and Gino, that leash was clicking. So I'm thinking, okay, Gino having a seizure. Really? Get your ass out of the way. Get moved. You're going to get on the floor because now you're just doing dumb stuff. So I'm thinking Gino having a seizure because I can hear his click, 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 click. But one thing about Gino can be in a full seizure. Gino can walk up these stairs, shaking and all, and he'll come to me when he have a seizure because he gets scared. So I can hear him, and that twitch that it do, it kind of be letting me know that he's possibly having a seizure, the click that it do. So I got up, and it's dark. I keep this one light on. Now, the reason why I keep a night light on, so people that always see spirits, when it's dark, they really come. So I always have a night light on because that keep a lot of them from coming, and they like pitch black. So I got up out of the bed and I walked around and I sat at the edge because I know Gino can come out of the closet from having a seizure. And I started calling him. I said, Gino, come out of the closet, babe. Come on, right here. And I was telling him, Gino, I'm calling him, telling him to come out of the closet, right? So, because I hear it's clicking in the closet because it wants me to come in the closet. So why Gino come from downstairs? I hear his thing going click, click, click. And Gino walk in the room and I was like, oh shit, that ain't Gino. So my friend was like, did you ever look in the closet? I was like, no, because I don't necessarily like seeing them. You know, my mother was here before and she wanted blue jeans before she died. So she kind of just stood right there in the hallway. So I think they know I'll be frightened. So they don't do it in a way to frighten me. So I'm not scared. But it's like when other people come around, they experience stuff and they ask me. So one of my girlfriends was here and she spent the night and she slept in the bed with me. And then she was like, last night when we were asleep, somebody came and got on the bed and they sat on the bed. And she said, I was like, what the hell? And she said, I looked and I saw you still asleep. And she was like, it kind of scared her. Like maybe it could be her guy friend, somebody else in here with us. So she said she finally got the courage to open her eyes and look and realize nobody was there. And I said, yeah, that happens all the time. She said, it happens all. I said, yeah, I don't know which one of them it be. I said, but my mom or my son, but they always come and sit on the end of the bed. And I just kind of ignore that. And then she was like, So, yeah, so that was that. So, another little, I don't know if I want to say it, but it's the truth. But before my mama passed, right, the rumors was like circling around that I was possibly entertaining girl energy. And my sister went and said that stuff to my mama. And I don't know why she tried to rat me out, because she did it. But you know how some people just, they want to expose people. So my mama, you know, when she was dying, she asked me, sweetie, are you, and I'm not going to say the name that she did, because my mama old school, and older people don't know the names and stuff. So I'm not even going to say the name that she asked me, because a lot of y'all get offended. So she asked me, was I that? And my mama is dying, and she got a lot on her plate, and I didn't think she would be okay with it. So when she asked me, was I that name? And I told her no. So with the girl that was here, I told her, I said, it's funny because my mama asked me something and I didn't confess to it. So she's probably getting your presence for you to be aware and kind of let me know, when I asked you this, you didn't confirm it. So now in the afterlife, she's letting me know. She confirmed it. And she really was lighting them cigarettes. I said, woo-wee. She was lighting them cigarettes back to back. And I'm like, okay, oh my gosh. I said, I'm going to be honest, my mama don't like this. And I said, that's why you probably experienced all the cigarette smoke and stuff. I said, you probably got to go. You need to go. You need to go. She ain't happy with you here. She said, huh? I said, yeah, I'm being honest. She ain't happy with you here. So you gonna have to go. Then she had started freaking me out too, the girl. So I'm like, oh yeah. It's time for you to go. And I'm sorry, y'all, be so honest with y'all. But the stuff that I be experiencing, I just be like, wow. So I knew I was always different. So now I just learned to embrace it. And this stuff is real. So if y'all seen that in the other video, y'all let me know what y'all saw. Because I definitely saw it. So, you know, my mama was able to see that. But like I said, I don't. I think I match energies. And when my son died, it was one particular girl. And our energy was different. I've never had this type of energy for a woman, but it was only her. So like a lot of times you tell this to a guy, they go to thinking you gay and this. I was like, no, I'm not. But I think anytime you've been with a woman, you're considered bisexual. But no, me and her had this type of energy. And then to be honest, I don't feel that she's gay, because right to this day, she ain't with no woman. You know what I mean? We didn't even really know how to be gay. It wasn't really sexual for us, because it took us 6 months to even try something like that. I'm sorry, I'm so personal. So that let me know me or her neither was that. But we had a loving type of energy that it was like a relationship. And then like she had more of the I can't even talk about I can't speak. Feminine energy, and my energy is more masculine when it comes to any woman. I've been around my girlfriends and they be the ones that is, you could tell, but I've always had masculine energy when it comes to the women. Like no. Even if they them ones, I'm like So I don't know. I've always, so maybe that's why she liked me, because she's like my energy. And then like the way I talk to her, so people be like, why do you talk to her like that? And I'm like, don't worry about that. She know why I talk to her like that. And I give her a certain talk or tone, because she knew not to play with me. So she had a code name for me, because like her parents didn't know. We was like all in the closet and stuff. But her code word for me, when she know like I'm upset, she want to address me by her name, because her mama was like, we're best friends, right? So she would call me Sylvester when she know I'm at this masculine energy. So she referred to me. Her mama said, who are you talking to? And she, I'm talking to Sylvester, because her mama could tell she turned into this, like, I don't know, a little mouse or something when I get at that. So we had a code word where she kind of let me know my mama here, you know, and this and that and that. So the code. I would be Sylvester at that time. So yeah, all this weird. But you know what, y'all? I'm able to say this to y'all because once you learn to live in your truth, you don't care what nobody think about you. But we realize that that wasn't the lifestyle for us. And it's done. So my current baby go. So I was telling him about her. He go, so wait a minute. Are you asking me that you want me to accept this woman being around, her coming around, y'all hanging out, y'all doing this and this, that, and that? Is that what you asking me? And he said, look, I'm not intimidated by no woman. He said, but I ain't going to accept you with no woman, no man, nobody. If you want to be with a woman, I said, that ain't what I'm saying. That's why I can't tell you nothing. That ain't what I'm saying to you. I said, she calls and we talk. First off, she ain't coming down here because she's scared to go on the plane. She don't live here. She don't live in Chicago. Why you keep thinking the girl live in Chicago? She lives, when I go to Chicago, that girl don't live in Chicago. She lives in Atlanta. I ain't seen her. We don't see each other. We don't, it's not like that. I said, but I just be honest and tell you stuff. But I said, no, I'm not asking for permission to see her. I'm not asking for permission to be with a woman. I'm not asking for permission to do none of that. That's done and over. I'm just honest enough that I can express stuff to you. That's it. I'm not asking to do nothing. So what you want me to lie to you and never tell you about this? And then when you get around the family and everybody getting together, then you get these little phony family members that's going to out me and be like, did she tell you? She had a girlfriend for so many. They're going to tell on you. So I don't like to be told on. I'm a Teletubby. I tell on myself, especially when it comes to my partner. I don't play no games. I'm not going to trick you or none of that, because some men that then been hurt by two women getting together or they marriage and get ended, they can't stand that. So a lot of times you need to be open and you need to say that, because I don't want no secrets to come out. So that was that. But yeah, so that's why I think my mother was showing up to a lot, because she was letting me know, you lied to me. And I told her, Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to tell you that. And I know you wasn't going to like it. So yes, it was true. But you was getting ready to go home, and the pain, I didn't want to cause you pain. So that's why at that time I couldn't go on the record. And when you asked me at face value, I couldn't tell you yes. And I told that girl, because, you know, just the way she is. But my sister done figured it out right away. Because how she act around me. I don't know. She kind of, y'all know, like a kitty cat go, and she's so pretty. She's so beautiful. If y'all go back in my videos, y'all be nosy. She the one was in the car with me. So we be driving to work, and that pretty lady, y'all like, who's that pretty lady? That's her. But y'all got to go way back. Go through the videos, and me and her in the car, and we driving. If y'all real nosy and want to know. But she had this little, like where I go, and she'll, you know, like a kid that's shy and they go to a picnic or something with their mama, but they up under the mama like this, and wherever the mama go, they holding the back of her. So she had the tendency to do that. And when we're not with my family, around like family, we go anywhere, to the stores or whatever. I don't know why she would do that though, but she would walk up. We could be in Target. You know how people do public affection. That girl will walk up in Target, and it be men and everybody sitting there. She'll walk up and come kiss me dead in the mouth. And I'll be like, the fuck? And I don't know if she do it to get arousal out of men, because when I tell y'all, this woman was really sexy. This woman is really sexy. Beautiful body, gorgeous, the biggest eyes, just lips. She's beautiful. Like, I think she's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And so she would do stuff like that. And I don't know if she was intentionally getting aroused out of people, or she knew that it was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, so she did. I don't know why she did. But she wouldn't do that shit back in Atlanta. We go in Atlanta. She 10 feet apart. So I knew she had the ability to do it. So I told her, stop doing that shit. You don't act gay in front of your family. You ain't finna be out here acting gay in front of mine. So fucking playing with me. And I ain't playing, because you keep fucking playing me. Then she have her uncles come over, and her uncles trying to date me, her brothers, and she playing the game. I said, stop playing with me, girl. Because if your uncle, again, asks me for my number, ask to take me out, ask me to do this, I'm going to tell you, you know what, Unc, I got something to tell you. I can't fuck with you because I'm really fucking with your niece. Your niece is really my girlfriend, but she ain't ready to let y'all know. I say, let your uncle and brothers come in my face again. I say, because you know the real deal. You need to set boundaries. When my brothers and them was liking her, I'm 100 told my brother, bruh, you can't like her. He's like, why? I said, because that's my girlfriend. He said, oh, y'all. I said, no, bro. That's my girlfriend. My brother said, oh, okay. I said, and stop taking my fucking brother's money. And even with my sons, all his little homies and clique come around, they like her, you know. But my son, he figured that shit out right away. He like, you know, so, yeah, because she'll just do stuff to make it obvious. But, you know, don't do that. I told her, don't do that, because you got your uncle and them. You supposed to tell your uncle and them, you don't want to come out, hey, that woman married. She got somebody back home in Minnesota. And then he'd have stayed out my face. But you inviting them over and you getting off on this with them doing this, because it's almost like my uncle and them don't know I got a little secret. I said, keep playing. Your whole family gonna know. Then she stopped playing with me. But yeah, but anyway, guys, just sharing those different stories. But today, I'm able to live in my truth, and it feels good that I can say that. I can say that and be okay with it. But, you know, yes, my true desire is to be with a man. I don't know. Me and her had something unique, very special. And that was the only woman I clicked it in that way with, that me and her had that. And I've never had that again. And not that I'm looking, but me and her had something special. And that was that. So that's what I tell them. But yeah, but that's it, guys. So we're going to let this dry. So if y'all see, I got it on here. You see how that stuff make... I didn't think it was going to fall off. I thought it was on there really good. Sometimes when I do it like that, it be stuck down to the board. You put so much on it, it'll stick. You got to pry it up. Okay, so now I'm going to put it on the fan, let it dry, and then I'll figure out the next step. All right, guys, thanks for listening to my story. Toodles.